Our story starts back in 1945 in Hill County, Montana. At that time, there wasn't any electricity in these parts. So, a group of ranchers and farmers decided to do something about it. They created a new cooperative, elected the first board of 5 members to govern, and hired its first employee and its first manager, Harold Ebaugh. The founding members made a financial commitment to join the cooperative by paying a membership fee. The cooperative received a Rural Electrification Administration loan to install poles, wire, and lines to bring folks what they so desperately needed: power. We've grown a bit since then. Today, we have more than 2,300 members and over 3,000 meters in our cooperative, connected by more than 3,000 miles in power lines. We're proud that you've allowed Hill County Electric the opportunity to play such an important role in everyday life in north central Montana. We're proud to put the power in your hands. Hill County Electric's money comes from our subscribing members. Every year, the board looks at our current rates and tries to set them as low as possible while keeping the cooperative financially strong. Let's see if we can break down where the money comes from. Hill County Electric has more than 2,300 members and over 3,000 meters in our cooperative, a hearty mix of both residential and commercial accounts. For the last several years, approximately 60% of our load, or kilowatt hours, comes from our large industrial member. On top of that, Hill County Electric has borrowed tens of millions of dollars over the years from REA, which later became the Rural Utilities Service, to fund crucial capital projects and to build and maintain our plant and equipment. In the wide open spaces of rural Montana, we're pretty spread out, with roughly 3/4 of a member for every mile of power line. It takes considerable expense to maintain our plant and keep our poles, wires, and equipment running with as few outages as possible. As you can imagine, it's very costly. When you add up the revenue we bring in from our members and then deduct all of our expenses, things like cost of power, maintaining the infrastructure, and payroll, you get the net income. And when our total revenue adds up to more than our total expenses, it's called positive net income. That's something that the board and management strive for annually. Whenever Hill County Electric shows positive net income for the year, auditors working with our accounting department determine how much our board of trustees will approve to be allocated to patronage. Patronage is also called capital credits. To find the amount of patronage our members have earned, you'd have to take a look at our financial statements. At this point, it's important to remember that Hill County Electric Co-op members, both residential and commercial accounts, provide unequal portions of the revenue. Currently, approximately 60% of our load, or kilowatt hours, comes from our large industrial member. So the net income is not the same thing as cash, because we need to take our net income and add depreciation. Then subtract investments in our plant for the year, principal payments on our loans, miscellaneous adjustments, and the capital credits retired to members. This determines how much cash we have on hand at the end of the year to pay for next year's plant projects. Finally, the Board of Trustees meets to consider how much money will be needed for the future and for paying off debts. Which brings us to the final step. The trustees determine what the cooperative is financially capable of retiring or paying out to the members on an annual basis. Capital credits are allocated on a usage percentage basis, and since the large industrial member currently contributes the largest percentage of net income, they are allocated capital credits first. If there are additional dollars available, they are then allocated to the rest of the membership based on usage. In fact, there have been a few years that only the largest industrial member has had an allocation. That's where the money goes and how it relates to a member's capital credits at Hill County Electric.